Well, after being a force to be reckoned with during last year's Ontario election campaign, a conservative social media powerhouse is going national. Canada Proud looks at Justin Trudeau as its primary target for defeat. Jeff Ballingall is founder of Canada Proud and last year's Ontario Proud. He joins us from Toronto. Jeff, what did the Liberals ever do to you to make you want to take them down like this? Is there anything?
Me personally, no, but you know, they're kind of doing a horrible job to our country. So it's been a lot of fun. Been a lot of fun exposing their record.
Yeah, I mean, is that it? Is it just a philosophical, ideological difference that motivates you and your co-workers there?
Well, I think it's not just the Liberals that I think are at fault. I just think they're the worst of the bunch. So, you know, whether it's about cell phone bills or affordability or opportunity or government debt or taxes, I think we want to move Canada in a more responsible, modern direction. And right now, our political discourse, I don't think necessarily reflects the values of regular Canadians.
All right, for us old-timers who might not have seen Ontario Proud in action, what's your MO? How do you push your agenda across social media in a way that people want to follow you?
So we put out a lot of different types of stuff: videos, memes, graphics. We curate articles from other traditional news sources, and we do it in a way that includes a lot of commentary. Some of it's really funny, some of it's harder hitting. You know, we just try to talk about politics in a way that I think regular Canadians would find accessible and digestible and fun.
How do you make sure it's not fake news? I mean, what kind of litmus test do you put it through to make sure there's truth to it?
We source everything we do. You know, the majority of our content is curated from, you know, the likes of the Toronto Star, CTV, you know, traditional actors, and then we put our perspective on it, and we source it. But you know, the majority of what we do is you know, just using traditional media content and curating it.
I want to make sure that it's just a question of due diligence here. You're not affiliated with the Conservative Party of Canada at all. You're not financed by them at all. You're a separate organization,
No.
right?
Of course.
All right. How do you raise money?
So we have donors big and small. We hustle. I was out in Alberta yesterday meeting with some prospective donors. You know, we're raising a lot of money. You know, there's a lot more to be raised. I think, you know, that we want to make sure that we're doing everything we can to defeat the Liberals in October.
Is there any, I'm just curious, this is an era of alleged transparency and disclosure. Is there any disclosure of who your donor base is? I mean, it'd be interesting to see if they were stand to benefit from a Conservative government, say, that sort of thing.
So yeah, we were active in the Ontario election, and we submitted our donors there. So you're happy to look through those records. But you know, the requirements federally kick in on June 30th, and so you know, we're obviously going to follow the law and do everything we can to you know, to adhere to the spirit of the law and make sure that we're still effective as we can be.
I guess your primary social media vehicle is Facebook, is that right?
Yeah, so Facebook's the platform of our choice. It's the top news source for Canadians now. 2/3 of Canadians have Facebook, and we all know we're all addicted to our phones, and that's where we want to be, is on people's phones. So whether they're waking up in the morning or going to bed at night, they're on their phones, and that's where we want to be.
It took a major drumming from Canada's privacy commissioner today. I mean, how concerned are you about privacy of those that follow you or support you?
Listen, Facebook, I think they've got a tough challenge. I mean, they're an emerging industry. I think they need to make sure they're following the law. But on our end, we know we do. We follow all Elections Canada laws, all Elections Ontario laws, all CRTC regulations. So yeah, it's not tough for us to do. We've got good advice, and we make sure we follow it.
I was looking at a chart that sort of showed where you fit in the hierarchy of sort of most viewed or liked on Facebook. That's pretty amazing. You're barely out of the gate, and you're already in the top 20 by the looks of it.
Yeah, so those are the chart I showed you would have been the major actors, you know, the Liberal Party, the Conservative Party, Press Progress, a lot of other left-wing groups, and you know, we're heavily engaged. We beat. I'm not sure what the Liberal Party is doing, but they're not doing a lot on Facebook right now. But you know, Justin Trudeau, he has a huge fan base, and he's pretty engaged on Facebook, but all of our work combined, we're beating him, and to me that's a lot of fun.
I'm curious, you obviously watch this closely through Ontario, but I mean, wondering if you're obviously targeting those who are diehard Conservatives or those who might vote Conservative. What's driving that in the direction of the Conservatives? Is it the carbon tax or just anti-Trudeau sentiment in general?
I'm a firm believer that politics is downstream of culture, and I think just Trudeau's not cool anymore, and a lot of people just feel that. It's an emotional response. Whether it's the way he's treated a First Nations protester, whether it's his, complicity in the SNC-Lavalin scandal, whether it's how he embarrassed Canada in India. The guy's just kind of a joke now, and we're going to continue to hammer the gas on that and make sure people kind of have that visceral reaction where they're no longer awed by him, but they're going to laugh at him. And I think that is devastatingly effective in politics.
But is Andrew Scheer your dream candidate?
No, of course not. There's a lot of things I don't like about the Conservative Party, but he's the lesser of bad options. He's the lesser of evils. We want to make sure that we're going to hold any politician's feet to the fire. But right now, politics isn't about perfection. It's about pragmatism. And Justin Trudeau is just really, really, really bad at his job, and we need him out of office.
I assume if at first you don't succeed, you'll try again. So if you don't win this election for Andrew Scheer, you'll keep it going?
Yeah, we're not going away.
All right, Jeff. It'll be interesting to watch. We'll keep an eye on Canada Proud and see what happens. I know some Liberals are a little apprehensive about this.
That's good. I hope they are.
All right.